This is Tar Heel Talk, an in-depth look at the issues and people making news in North Carolina. Here's your host, Sonia Williams.
Studies show there are more than 230,000 new cases of breast cancer in the U.S. this year alone. Of that number, approximately 6,000 of them will be diagnosed in North Carolina. Today's show focuses on the efforts of young people who are raising awareness of breast cancer and raising funds for research to help end this disease. And joining me now is Lily Sykes, founder and teen coordinator for Teens for the Cure, and her mother, Lisa Sykes, who is the founder of the organization. Welcome to Tar Heel Talk.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Teens for the Cure North Carolina is the only branch of Teens for the Cure in our state. Talk a little bit about how this organization came about and why you decided to start it here in North Carolina.
I think I heard someone speaking on the radio in New York City, and she was a breast cancer survivor, and her two daughters founded Teens for the Cure in New York City. Mm-hmm. So I contacted her, and she gave me some pointers as to, how to start the chapter or start the organization in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. And Teens for the Cure is an affiliate, it's affiliated with Susan G.
Mm-hmm.
Komen. Talk a little bit about that affiliation and the work that you're doing throughout the Triangle area.
Well, we just come up with ideas of events that we can do and just suggest them to Komen and see if they will back us. They will give us opportunities as well, and we just pop in wherever we can.
And you've done a number of fundraisers for Susan G. Komen over the years. You founded this back in 2012. You've done a prom. Talk a little bit about some of the activities that you've done to help raise awareness about breast cancer and also to raise funds for breast cancer research.
Well, first we started off with doing Race for the Cure and creating teams with local schools around Raleigh. Ravenscroft, Cary Academy, Cardinal Gibbons School,
St. David's,
yeah,
St. Mary's. And
then we did that for 2 years, and then we did the prom fashion show with Saks, which was so much fun. And we got girls to model from local schools around here, the Triangle area, and it was just so much fun to be able to try on these prom dresses, and we did that for 2 years, and then now we're embarking on this new event, which is so exciting.
Yes, and the new event is the charity polo match. Polo in North Carolina, very exciting. Talk a little bit about how you came up with this idea and what this event will be about.
Well, my little sister rides, and I've always just seen shows that have polo matches in them, and a lot of my friends ride, and so just to get like a different group of people involved, we thought what a great idea to do something totally different from what we've been doing. And we've found the Triangle Area Polo Club and contacted him, and David Brooks, and he was able to do an event with us, which is so exciting.
Right, and this event will take place on Sunday, February 7th. Lisa, tell us about the event and how the public can get involved.
Well, we've set up a website on eventbrite.com, and all that you need to do is search for Teens for the Cure, and all the information, including the mission statement for Teens for the Cure, all the sponsorship levels are on there. You can purchase a party table if you'd like to have 10 of your closest friends, and each seat is $150. The general seating, general admission is $15, and students can get a crew together. If they get more than 5 people together, they can get a discount at $10 a ticket. We're just excited to have, we're going to have Ladyfingers cater, and that'll be in the center of the table in a picnic basket, and lots of good munchies, and it's just going to be a lot of fun, I think.
A day of fun, and that event is going to take place, like I said, on Sunday, February 7th at the Hunt Horse Complex, and general admission tickets $15 per person. You talked about the group rates and the sponsorships with the tables, and people can find out more information on eventbrite.com and just searching Teens for the Cure. I want to go back just a minute. We're talking about the mission of Teens for the Cure. Tell us a little bit about the mission, because it's different than the General Susan G. Komen in that you're involving young people. Tell us a little bit about that mission and what it means to you and to your family.
Well, my grandmother died of breast cancer when my mom was only 17, and so I wasn't unfortunately able to meet her. And so to give back to her and just like feel connected to her, I thought it'd be a great idea to help people, because many not girls, just kids have parents or loved ones who have breast cancer, and you don't really know about it until like they come out of the woodwork. And so to have like a support group and feel like you've done something and supported them in some way, it's just really empowering. And
a great way to honor your grandmother's memory. Lisa, I can imagine that is close to your heart as well.
It is. It's exciting, and it's helpful, you know, for my daughters to show leadership. And you know, the main focus at Ravenscroft is, you know, lead from here. So they're doing that with this organization and meeting people and learning to speak to people, and it's just been a good, wonderful experience.
Absolutely, that leadership, those leadership skills that really will carry you throughout the rest of your life. And Lily, I have to commend you, because you approached me with your idea almost a year ago, and he followed up with me on a regular basis, provided me with a lot more information than some adults do about the organization. So I thank you for that, and certainly appreciate your initiative on this very important cause. Talk a little bit about the efforts to recruit other teens to join you, because this is an organization primarily for middle and high school students to help take the charge and raise awareness and funds for breast cancer research.
Well, we have a Key Club chapter at my school, and then I am in a Key Club, and so I'll usually talk to the leaders of Key Club and see if like they would want to have volunteers work with Key Club. Also, I have friends from other schools that I ask see if they want to volunteer, let their friends know, ask them, just trying to spread the word through, like, not just Ravenscroft, throughout, so it can be more local than on a bigger scale than the smaller community of Ravenscroft. And
Teens for the Cure is certainly connected through all of the social media networks. You have your Facebook page, and you also have Instagram, Teens for the Cure NC, so people can connect with you and follow you on Instagram, and they can also send you an email at teensforthecurenctc@gmail.com. So certainly lots of different ways to get connected with the organization. Right. We're going to take a break. We'll talk more in just a minute. We'll be back with more on Teens for the Cure after these messages. Teens for the Cure is an organization of middle and high school students working to raise awareness and to fight breast cancer through fundraising and education. With us again is Lisa Sykes, founder of Teens for the Cure, and her daughter Lily Sykes, who is also a founder and teen coordinator of the organization. Before the break, you were talking about your big fundraiser for this year, the polo match, the charity polo match that's taking place on Sunday, February 7th. Give us some details on what people can expect and what your needs are at this point, because you are about a week and a half away from this event. What are your needs right now?
We are still looking for a title sponsor. There's only one title sponsor, and the level of that is $10,000. And we are looking for $5,000 sponsors. There's multiple sponsorship levels at that level. $3,000 and $2,000 are other sponsored levels. Within each sponsor level, there's a certain amount of press and things that we can spread about their business, information about their business, advertise. So we're still taking on sponsorship.
And you raise up an important point that whenever you host a charity event, it's important to get our local businesses, our entire community involved in order to make it a success. That is something that you've had some experience with working in your fundraisers over the years.
Right. Yeah, we walked the pavement and knocked on doors and had recommendations for several different types of businesses, and in general, we've been very successful to get a lot of things donated. In fact, we have not spent anything up until this point to this big event on our other events. We've just had primarily things donated.
Which is excellent.
Yeah.
So all the money that you raise is going to benefit Susan G. Komen, and just that work on breast cancer research can be life-saving for a lot of people. When you look at what you've done over the past few years, Lily, like I said, you started this organization, you and your mother, back in 2012. You are now a sophomore at Ravenscroft. When you look back at what you've been able to accomplish in the past few years, what do you think when you talk to your friends about leadership opportunities and just giving back to the community?
It's amazing to see that I've been able to do this. I wasn't obviously, but I was a shy person sorta, and I've been able to have these opportunities to speak to businesses, business managers, and it's just so fun to have my friends to be involved in this and have their support through all of this. I always talk to my best friends and say, oh, I have this coming up. Would you like to not donate, volunteer? And they're always supporting me, which I love.
Right. And it's important when you have fundraising events to have those volunteers to volunteer their time and their talents to the organization. Talk a little bit about your needs for volunteers for the polo match.
Well, we obviously have a lot to set up before then. So just anything from setting up tables to taking money at the entrance to see if people still haven't bought tickets. There's so many opportunities to volunteer just setting up and managing the polo match.
And it takes a lot of work and a lot of planning. Like I said, you mentioned this to me about a year ago, so this has been in the works for quite a while. It has to bring you some satisfaction to know that you're making a difference in the community when it comes to breast cancer awareness.
75% of all proceeds from Susan G. Komen go back locally to our 29 counties. So that's such a large percentage, and to know that most of the money is going to help breast cancer research is amazing.
Lisa, when you talk about planning and continuing to do fundraisers, because this is something that it will be ongoing for years to come, what are some of your goals long-term for Teens for the Cure in this area?
Well, I think each time we do something, we do it a little bigger, and I think this is the biggest thing we've done, and I would hope that we have success year after year with this, but it's always nice to change things up. I think our goal would be, I don't know, Lily, 100,000, maybe more. Within these next few years, it'd be nice to have a monetary goal like that.
Just keep making money.
Yeah, that's really our goal.
Absolutely. And Teens for the Cure North Carolina, as Lily mentioned, does cover 29 counties in our area. Talk a little bit about that service area that you're providing this support to.
Right. It is triangle to the coast, and we have had had great success with teens from various counties, and it's nice to get another point of view from another high school or another person from another high school. What do you think, Lily? It's nice to meet people from other areas, and
I make friends from these or from these events. I meet these people that I would not normally meet. I've made friends, and I still keep in touch with them, which is amazing to have these friendships now.
Right, friendships that will hopefully last for many years to come. When you are sharing the information about the purpose of your events, it's important to understand just how prevalent breast cancer is, not just in the United States, but right here in North Carolina and in the Triangle to the coast in particular. What sort of information are you sharing with potential sponsors and volunteers?
Well, I think our focus is starting young and making sure people have the knowledge when they're young so that they can take steps to be preventative. We're sharing information of the statistics, but we are seeing that younger people are being diagnosed, and we don't want to give information to frighten people, but we do, you know, want to let people know that it's important to start, you know, looking at
Just being aware.
being aware. Yeah.
Yeah, that awareness is so important. And I understand that last year during your event for the prom, that one of the participants, a high school student, was also a breast cancer patient or survivor.
One of the models that she ended up not being able to come was diagnosed with breast cancer. And we also had a girl from Panther Creek High School come up to us, and she had sold a lot of tickets, raffle tickets, and we asked her, you know, wow, you know, do you know someone? And she had tears in her eyes, said her mother had just been diagnosed at 52. And that just makes it all worthwhile, that she felt great about helping her mother, you know, by doing that.
Right. This issue touches so many families around the Triangle and the state. We're going to take another break. We'll talk more in just a minute. Up next, how you can support breast cancer research and Teens for the Cure all year long. We'll have details when Tar Heel Talk continues. Welcome back to Tar Heel Talk. I'm Sonia Williams. Today's show focuses on the efforts of Teens for the Cure, an organization of middle and high school students working to raise awareness and fight breast cancer through fundraising and education. Teens for the Cure has partnered with Triangle Area Polo to host a charity polo match on Sunday, February 7th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hunt Horse Complex in Raleigh. Tickets are $15 per person, and group rates and sponsorships are also available. The proceeds will benefit the Susan G. Komen North Carolina Triangle to the Coast. And with us again is mother-daughter duo Lisa and Lily Sykes. They are the founders of Teen for the Cure. February 7th is going to be a big event. This charity polo match, the first that you've done. What can people expect, and what types of activities are we going to see? I know there's going to be the polo match, but I know there'll be lots of other fun involved in the day as well.
Well, I don't know if anyone's seen a polo match, but I certainly haven't. So just like being able to see a polo match, and also there will be food catered by Ladyfingers and the party tables.
We also have some vendors that may come and sell and donate. One of the vendors, Moon and Lola, has donated horse ornaments that are mirrors, and they can get, if you purchase one, you can take it to the store and get it monogrammed with your name or whatever date, and that's really special. And some of the other vendors will be there, and it'll be fun to take something home to your kids or for yourself.
Absolutely. And people, there are sponsorship opportunities that are still available, so people can sponsor a table. They can, if they can't make it to the event, they can still donate online. Tell us how we can do all those things.
Well, Eventbrite is where we sell the tickets, and so you go to eventbrite.com and search Teens for the Cure charity polo match, and there will just be a link for button for donating and sponsorship, and so that'll just be all on one page.
Right,
so
and
really
of course, this is your signature event for 2016, but you will have fundraisers, smaller fundraisers, all throughout the year. Tell us about some of the other things you have in store this year.
Well, we're hoping to do the prom fashion show again with Saks. we always do bake sales at my school, Ravenscroft, and sometimes we do like fundraisers at stores for like they give us certain proceeds back, which is really nice.
Right. And all these proceeds will benefit the Susan G. Komen and Triangle, North Carolina Triangle to Coast. And it's important to mention that these are young people doing the work, raising awareness and educating the public about breast cancer and breast cancer research, and out there doing the hard work of knocking on doors and raising money. What, Lily, would you like for other teens across the area to know about the importance of serving the community and working for a cause?
Well, it just takes a lot of responsibility, and so to know that in the end of the day that hard work will all pay off, and it's just such a prevalent cause, and it's, I don't know, it's just...
It's important, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it makes you feel good to know that you are at least doing your part to try and make a difference and to raise awareness. And the funds to support research for breast cancer are just so incredibly needed because of the prevalence of this disease. Lisa, when you talk to potential sponsors and to other parents, even to get them involved, because it really does take everyone working together, what is the message that you share?
Well, I think the nice thing about it is I get friends and their daughters, and we all kind of work together, and it's a bonding thing as well for women and their sons or daughters to do this, and I think it's just very rewarding, and it's really nice for the kids to get involved, and I think the moms are thankful that they have something to do that is rewarding.
Right. And if people want more information about Teens for the Cure Triangle to the Coast, they can go to the Komen website, komennc.org, nctc.org, or they can call 919-493-CURE. That's 919-493-2873, and certainly find out more information about the organization. I know that there are different chapters across the country. This is the only one here in North Carolina to date, and so it's very important to get the word out that this organization exists and that we have young people who are working to fight breast cancer alongside adults. Lisa, when you look at the activities that you have planned for 2016, what are some of the highlights that you hope that our public will support?
Well, of course, we always want people to come out for the race, and the race for the cure. But as far as for Teens for the Cure, I would hope that within the next few weeks we'll get some more teens involved, and that we'll hopefully have a group at each high school in the area that we can
That's a great
depend
goal.
on for each time we do a fundraiser, because it's like recreating. It's not recreating. It's starting new with each one that we do, because there's nothing that's been done before. So it's good to have support from other schools and other parents.
Possibly reach out to some other clubs in area high schools and maybe make the connections that way. What are some of your greatest needs as you move forward, as you approach the charity polo match and then looking ahead to the rest of your activities? What are some of the greatest needs that you have right now?
For the polo match, we just need sponsorships and volunteers and just people that want to see polo and want to support this great cause. Just for future, we just need support, and yeah.
That makes a huge difference, and people can connect with you through social media. You have a Facebook page, and also they can follow you on Instagram, Teens for the Cure NC. They can follow you there. They can always send you an email, Teens for the Cure nctc@gmail.com. Certainly lots of ways to connect with you and support this charity. polo match is coming up Sunday, February 7th at the Hunt Horse Complex from 2 to 5, and all your activities beyond. Lisa and Lily Sykes, thank you both so much for the work that you're doing for the community and for being with us today.
Thank you.
That's it for this week's Tar Heel Talk. To comment on this or other episodes of the show, send us a message on our Facebook page or an email to tarheeltalk@fox50.com. I'm Sonia Williams. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your week.